Hey there ladies, Redonda here. I am going to be showing you today how I wave my hair. Now you can do this a couple of different ways. I'm going to show you how I do my entire head. But you can also, if you have certain areas that have more wave than others, you can omit those areas and then just make the other areas that have less wave look like those. The third thing you could do is wave pieces if you want, if you know that you're going to be putting your hair up in a cute bun or in braids, but you're leaving pieces out and you just want to wave them, you could do that too. Totally easy. So the only thing that I'm going to do today is put my Beach Club spray in my hair. So it is a glossy, I can't talk today, a glossy finish, but it is also a heat protectant. So it serves both purposes. You can use it as a finishing spray, but you can also use it as a heat protectant before you use your flat irons and curling irons and wands. The tool I'm going to use is my TG Bedhead Wave Artist waver. The other thing that you could do, you see that? It's like a really cool deep wave. It's got some really awesome movement. You could also use a 3-barrel waver, but I might go into another topic on that and just kind of give you my review or tips and tricks or, you know, pros and cons of using a waver versus a curling iron that has 3 barrels. So I'm going to get started. I'm going to show you a couple of pieces of doing my hair, and then I'm going to speed it up so you can see the whole process and you don't have to sit around here for 20 minutes watching me do my hair. Okay, so I'm going to clip my hair up and we're going to get started. Okay, so I have my hair in 3 sections. You can see this one, and then the pieces that are down. So I'm going to do a really, really quick wave. It's not anything difficult, and it's not going to take you a ton of time. I have my settings at about a medium high, and you're just going to crimp. So see how one part comes out one end and then the other. And basically, that's what I'm going to do around, like all over my head. This piece. Another thing that you can do, keep in mind, usually you'll end up with little tails at the bottom. You can totally leave those out if you want to and do more of that like unfinished look on the ends. I like to have my ends finished, but with this particular look, you actually can't tell, which is great. So you don't have to worry about like your curling iron not finishing your ends, because like, that's the way it's supposed to look. So now I'm gonna go to the other side. I'm actually gonna see if I can take this whole piece, it's just like big old chunk, by itself. So we'll see what I can do. You just want to make sure that wherever you end your wave, you start again, because you don't want there to be a gap, and you don't want to also see a like a line of, I don't want to say a line of demarcation because it's not really the correct term, but you just don't want to see where you have like a double crease from your crimper. All right, so there we go. So here is my cooled section. It's completely cooled. This one's is going to cool for a little bit, and I'm going to start in the second section. First, I'm going to spray. Sometimes I will spray all sections before I start. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I do it as we go along. It's whatever works for you. So this round, I'm going to go and put this on hyperdrive, and you'll just be able to see what I'm doing, but I won't be talking you through anything. So just kind of watch how I'm holding my crimper, how I'm holding my hair, how many pieces of, like how big is my section, all of that stuff. All right, so here we go. So I have gotten 2/3 of the way through my hair. So you can see it's that nice wave. I'm not touching it until after it's completely cooled. So make sure you don't comb through or finger through until it's completely cooled, because you want to make sure that you don't break up that curl. Unless it's too curly or unless it's too wavy for you, then you can do it when it's still warm. And then that way it'll help relax it a little bit. So I'm going to start this next section. Again, I'm going to hyperspeed all of this, and you can kind of see how I'm doing it. Go along with your part line. So this is something that you would definitely want to make sure that you have a distinct part line for if you're using it that way. Because the wave pattern will slightly shift if you want to flip it. Like if you decide that you want to do a side part, but then you decide to go the other way, you might have a different wave pattern because the underneath doesn't look the same as the top because of the way that the waver is shaped. So just keep that in mind. You might see creases in places that you didn't think were there, but it might have been because it was from underneath the wave and not on top. So just keep that in mind. That happens the same way with the 3-barrel curling iron as well. So just keep that in mind. Make sure that the wave, the part that you want to wear the wave is going to stay that way, and you're not going to be flipping back and forth. So here we go. Okay, so here is my finished product. So everything is still cooling a little bit. So I'm gonna hairspray a little bit and then go through and tousle it a little bit. Just give it some movement so that it's not so perfectly placed. So that's what I'm gonna do. Your finishing spray is great for this because it's not going to add that sticky feeling like hairspray might. And the nice part with regards to the spray that I use is that it's layerable. So you don't have to like worry if you have to use it multiple times. It's still going to do the same, and it's not going to feel like you have to wash your hair the next day. So it's definitely layerable. It's something that you can use 2 or 3 times in a row, like 2 or 3 days in a row. And then that way you'll have the best of both worlds. You have your finishing spray and you've got your heat protectant. So that is what I'm doing. Couple of things. So you noticed how I did this little thing, my little bang right here. I had to go over it a couple times to actually do what I want it to, because the first time I did it almost like going backwards, like I would normally do blow drying my hair. So make sure you follow the pattern that everything else is following so that you have a similar wave everywhere. Otherwise, you're going to be fighting it like I did. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, you can hit me up. You can DM me if this is on Instagram or Facebook. You can also email me if you have any other questions. And I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.